So what I've been doing pre-workout is I've been doing 80 grams, so 2 servings of just old-fashioned oats. I'll do 2 rice cakes, one of them with a quarter serving, so 8 grams of almond butter, and then 8 ounces of chicken breast. And then again, one of my best tips, if you're dieting and you need something to add on those oatmeal or on your oatmeal, get some Walden Farms calorie-free pancake syrup. This stuff is great. I just add a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of the pancake syrup and mix it in a big bowl, and it just really helps flavor the oatmeal. I was doing like a puffed cereal, which I might kind of rotate. I'm kind of just experimenting which one. To me, honestly, it just kind of feels like it has more volume to it, and it's kind of hard to tell. I feel like the oatmeal is hard to beat as far as satiety. I feel like oatmeal is one of those things where it really kind of sits in your stomach and kind of, even though I feel like I never feel full, but it probably helps the most. It's kind of like putting a dent in your stomach and at least feeling like you ate something. But it was funny how yesterday, it was my off day, and I had 8 ounces of chicken. I kind of made my chicken parmesan type chicken thing, and I had it was like 315 grams of potato. And potato is usually a high volume carb source. And it was just so funny how I ate that meal, and literally within like 2 minutes, I was sitting there, like I literally felt like I didn't eat anything. Like I had this big meal, finished it, and all of a sudden I'm like, I can't even tell there's like anything in my stomach. So this is like, I'm like, what the heck happened to that meal? So this is an example. If any of you guys have never been in a contest prep, this is kind of like prep feels. Prep feels where you eat a meal and it's just, I made a little post on Facebook, when you guys are my friends on Facebook. I was like, just ate, ... where did it go? ? Hashtag prep feels. Because literally like so many times now, I eat and I'm just kind of like, oh, did nothing to change my hunger, and I can't tell anything's in my stomach. It's just, I don't know where it goes, but that's just, I guess, the life of contest prep, and I'm doing this a few times now. I'm used to it, but again, I just kind of like trying to be as transparent as possible to a lot of you guys to kind of relate to where I'm coming from, or to give you guys an idea of what it's like, especially as a natural competitor, because I feel like we go through a lot different hormonal changes than I guess the enhanced competitor does. There's been pretty sure there's been tests done where like a natural competitor, our natural testosterone just tanks through the course of a contest prep. And I feel like I've seen percentages up to 60 to 75%. Our natural testosterone levels can drop through the course of a contest prep, which is crazy. That's why you always hear of a lot of natural competitors dealing with libido loss and a lot of that stuff. So far, even though I'm on 52 grams of fat, I haven't really noticed much. I will just say I think one of the biggest things is your desire goes down, because you're so much more, your attention is shifted now towards your next meal or your training sessions and all that stuff. So I feel like that kind of distracts you a little bit from maybe if you weren't in contest prep, you'd be thinking about or desiring more about sex and all that stuff more. So, but obviously everything is still functioning fine. Anyways, guys, I'll show you this kind of meal, or I don't know if you guys want to see the meal. It's freaking oatmeal and chicken, but I might just show you some clips. If not, I'll see you in the next. All right, guys, oatmeal just came out of the microwave. So like I said, what I do, take a little bit of cinnamon, just kind of sprinkle some cinnamon on there, and then take the Walden Farms. And like I said, I don't use a ton of it because you don't need a ton, but what it does, it just kind of helps, kind of like it's the sweetener that the oatmeal needs to kind of give it some sweetness. So probably use I don't know, a tablespoon or so of it. And then I just drizzle it in like so, and then just mix it all together, and it just really flavors up the plain oats and everything like that. So Bam, got some flavored oatmeal, a little bit of maple, kind of a maple brown sugar type flavor. And then I got my chicken cooking right here that I just used some shears. Got 8 ounces of chicken. Gonna use some sea salt. Some sea salt on here. Some sea salt. We'll do some black pepper. And then one thing that I've been missing out on, that I've been using a lot of lately, is some garlic salt with Presley. Been using this on my eggs and on my chicken and on my beef. Really, really good. So, and last but not least, I got a little bit of Costco, forget what kind of seasoning this is. I just used a little bit of this. Gotta have some flavor, guys, and not eat bland shit. So, take that, just flip your little chicken bites around, and this will be ready real quick. So I got my chicken, my oatmeal, and then all I have last is just my my rice cakes, and I just do 8 grams of the almond butter on one of them, and the other one is just eaten plain. All right, guys, let's take you through a full, this is an overload shoulder workout. So again, like I just said, think of more power, heavier weight, lower reps in this shoulder day. But I kind of wanted to cover the main shoulder exercises that I kind of feel like are my bread and butter exercises. And for me, I like doing shoulder presses, not on the seated bench, but an actual incline bench where I don't have it all the way at 90, I actually go 1 notch back. That feels the most comfortable for me. Moving on, dumbbell lateral raises. And as you can see here, always trying to focus on keeping my elbows higher than my forearms, keeping my wrists down. Here's another clip. As you can see though, my elbows stay above my forearms and my wrists stay down. I feel like that's one component to really, really helping target the lateral, the medial delts, whatever you want to call it. Moving on to rear delts. This is just a rear delt pec machine, but look at my hand placement. I have my palms kind of facing out on this one. I'm not using the handles. I'm just grabbing the actual bars. This is one thing that I really, really feel like feels really good. If you've never tried this like style of doing the rear pec deck machine, definitely feel it really well in this. Also too, I like leaning into the pad and then really, really holding the contraction for a good, 1 to 2 seconds. And then moving on, barbell upright rows, and I actually kind of treat these like a lateral raise where I'm really trying to kind of drive my elbows out. And then last, rear or behind the neck presses, right to 90 degrees. And that's it. Do not go any further than that, or I feel like you can risk shoulder issues. But these are my full shoulder staple movements that I wanted to share with you guys. Come here. This is Lucy. This is a dog that I've been pet sitting for the past week, and you guys know Jack. There's Jack. So Jack's had a little companion here for the past week. She's here until I think Monday. So Jack, get out of there. Check it out. Full on winter mode. Snowing. Got snow all over the car. It is definitely December in Eastern Washington. Here's my gym right here. Whew. Anyways, just finished legs, and I hadn't squatted in a long time. It seemed like it's been forever because I took 3 days off, and then I just whoa, oh my god, Nips just ate shit on the ice. I almost got that on film, but I didn't. Anyways, but tonight was the first night. I could definitely feel the heavy load of those squats, where I only went up to 355 pounds, and that felt heavy as that felt way too heavy. So definitely starting to feel a little bit of drop in strength. But other than that, all I know is I'm just freaking starving and I'm ready for my refeed tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the next. Hi guys, it's refeed Sunday. So doing some Kodiak cakes. These are the power cakes from Costco. Got my bowl right here. I personally did 2.5 servings of the mix. I did 1 whole egg. I did some cinnamon. And then one thing I actually tried, just to maybe see if it'll give it a little bit of a kind of a birthday cake flavor. I literally just added like a 1/4 serving in of my birthday cake ISO 100, just to see if it'll give it a little, you know, birthday cake flavor to the pancakes. So I'm gonna cook these up and I will show you these. All done. 3 Kodiak cakes. Gonna use some, little bit of, can't believe it's not butter spray, and some Walden Farms pancake syrup on these. Next refeed meal, we are going to do, you've seen it a couple times now, but cheeseburgers and fries once again. So I got my 96 4-gram beef burgers, patties, whatever, cooking right here. I got my low-fat mozzarella cheese. I would just do a small amount. This is just a 1/2 serving, so 14 grams. I'll do 1/2 on each patty, let it melt over the patty. I got some sliced up pickles, sliced up tomatoes. These are my burger buns from Safeway. They're only 18 carbs per bun. I use like a 1/2 serving of, I think it's Miracle Whip mayonnaise, whatever. Ketchup, low sugar ketchup, and mustard and lettuce. And then I got my fries, my baked, just russet potato fries in the oven right now. And then this is my Diet Pepsi. I've been alternating between Diet Pepsi and Diet Dr. Pepper. Next meal is actually one of my low day staples, but my kind of healthier version, chicken parm, that I believe I've showed. And I was just showing you guys, I really do think it's an important step for your chicken to tenderize it down like that. I think it makes a world of difference. The chicken cooks faster, the chicken's more tender. It just, I think it's as opposed to if you don't do that, the chicken's gonna be really, really thick. It's gonna take forever to cook, especially if you're cooking it on a pan like I am here. So make sure to tenderize it down. If you don't have a meat tenderizer, I highly suggest getting one of these, super cheap at the store. So I'm just gonna add in, and I swear the secret ingredient really is this just ragu pizza sauce. I literally just do 1/2 serving, so it's literally not even a gram of fat. I think it's only 2.5 carbs and like a 1/2 protein. But I tried using regular marinara sauce with this recipe, and it just didn't taste nearly as good. So there's something in that pizza sauce, the spices, I don't know what it is, but it seems to make, to me, make this this meal really, really good. And then I do my, this is my really low carb, only 8 slices per piece of bread. So I like doing a really, really kind of like toasted, whatever, really high toasted level of these. And then what I do is I put some, can't believe it's not butter spray on it, and I do some garlic and parsley salt on it, so it kind of tastes like French bread. So I've been doing usually 2 or 3 slices on my low carb days. So even though it's my high carb day, I'm gonna kind of use this meal as kind of a filler to not waste a lot of carbs. So I have more carbs for other goodies I'm gonna show you guys next. So I'm gonna get this meal going, and then I will show you guys kind of, this is a great meal if you're on the low carb, but so I'll show you guys this when it's ready. I'm gonna do black pepper, the garlic salt with parsley, and some sea salt on chicken. Guys, next step, once you have your chicken about ready to be done here, when it's kind of brown on each side, you take your, this is your pizza sauce, and again, I just do 1/2 serving. And then you're just gonna layer it all over the chicken breast here. I think I've shown this, but you know what? We're gonna show it again because this meal is so damn good. And it's such a great way to spice up chicken breast without adding much carbs and fat. And again, you could use less cheese if you wanted. or even a lower fat cheese. And then you take your serving of low fat mozzarella cheese, and you're just gonna spread that all on top, like so. Okay, got all your cheese on there. And then what I do, usually once I get to this step, I'm gonna lower the heat down to like really low or just off. And then I'm gonna cover this with a pan. Just kind of a pan. It just kind of helps the cheese and everything melt over the sauce and the chicken breast. All right, so once you get your toast nice and toasted, again, I use the I can't believe it's not butter spray. Spray each slice of toast with a couple sprays. Okay, and then take your garlic. I use this garlic salt with parsley, and then put that on the, sprinkle it all over the, on the toast. And you kind of have a nice kind of French bread type thing, whatever taste to pair with your healthy version chicken parmesan, which you have ready right here. You see the cheese, nice and melted. So just push that off the pan. And voila, I got one more slice of toast coming. And I also cooked up 200 grams of broccoli. Gotta get those micronutrients in too. So we got 200 grams of broccoli that I'm adding with this meal. And this will be meal 3. Time for the good stuff. We're going for the Snickerdoodle combo. We got the Lenny and Larry's Snickerdoodle complete cookie, and we're gonna do a Skinny Cow Snickerdoodle ice cream sandwich. We do both of these, and I plugged both of these in. I'll kind of show you guys where I'm at so far. Protein, we're at 206. I'm doing 235 today. My protein gets dropped down a little bit for my refeeds. Carbohydrates, I'm at 266. Oh, whoops. And then we're going to 420 on carbs for refeed, and then fat. Geez, see if I can get this on here. Fat, we're at 47, and refeed days, fat goes up to 57, and I'm already at 38 grams of fiber. So gonna eat these 2 things, and then one tip for the Snickerdoodle cookie. I think these taste so much better if you put it in the microwave for like, I'll do like 10 seconds on one side and then 10 seconds on the other side. And it gives it more of that like fresh out of the oven type warm cookie. So highly recommend these. The Snickerdoodle one is one of the best as far as like lower fat that I've seen. It's 4 fat, 27 carb, 8 protein per serving, so 2 total servings. Some of the other ones are like 6 or 7 fat for like peanut butter and some of the other ones, but highly recommend this one. And these are good too. They're only like 2.5 fat, 29 carb, 4 protein. Next up, serving of berry Sour Patch Kids. Next up, doing 1 bag of mini popcorn. The 90, I think this is 100 calories per bag, and then 1 serving of pretzels. Guys, and then last, to finish off my my macros, I'm doing the cinnamon roll Carb Master. And then I take, I did, what was it? I think 4 plain rice cakes, and I just kind of crumpled them up in pieces and then dipped them into the yogurt. And also into the yogurt, I added just a 1/4 serving of almond butter and mixed that in with the cinnamon roll yogurt. I freaking love doing this. I make this into a frosting and put it on my whey cakes. But kind of put this in a bowl, mix the frosting together. Took the rice cakes, broke them up into you know, little pieces, and then just dipped them into the frosting. Oh, it's freaking great if you've never tried this. So that concludes the foods that I had for this refeed.